What do you wish someone had told you about dating like in your 40s and 50s back then?
You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves.
Mm.
And it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. I think in our youth, and I would like people to know this when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply. I can wait till tomorrow. Don't put off your happiness waiting.
What's up, y'all? Let's check out this clip. You can see by the title of the video, it says, a woman says she ended her engagement and moved out simply because she changed her mind. No cheating, no drama, just peace and a fresh start.
Help me understand.
Like the video, share, as well as subscribe to the channel.
Today, I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one. Helping me pack, sitting with me, praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up. You're stepping into something new. So here I am, closing this chapter, putting pieces of my old life into storage, and stepping into a new season. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I am excited. I feel at peace, and I'm ready for what's next in the new year.
All right, so now let's check out another clip that she dropped discussing or giving a little more context.
I ended my engagement. I have been debating sharing this with the internet. I always said that I was never going to be the kind of influencer that only shares the good parts of my life. I've been able to build a platform because I'm authentic. It's really important for me to own to make it work. Felt exhausting. It literally took me accepting the hard truth that I tried to ignore. Now, the moment I accepted that and said it out loud, I felt so much relief and honestly freedom. Not because I didn't care. I was finally listening to myself. Now I have to start over, rebuild myself, move out. It's scary. There's a lot of uncertainty, but that's also kind of the beauty in all of this. I get to start over. I am doing my best and I'm figuring it out one day at a time. So that's my truth. Love you. Bye.
All right, so this woman here, Naya from Texas, she is a influencer, journalist, something along those lines. But nonetheless, she says she felt compelled to share the breakup, the ending of their engagement, because she shares so many other parts of her life and she likes to be transparent. But I didn't hear really much of an explanation of what caused this, other than she just felt that it was just time to move on. So here she says, spending more than a year in couples therapy and ultimately changing your mind and deciding it's not working for you isn't blindsiding anyone. We went on a break in July and I changed my mind about wanting to stay in a relationship I wasn't fully happy in and decided to leave in October. Nothing about my walking away was sudden. There was more than enough effort to get in alignment. It unfortunately didn't work out, and that's okay. I wish him nothing but the best and pray he meets a godly, beautiful, loving, caring woman who is in better alignment with him. All right. And then here she kind of further elaborates about how they met and all of that. So she meets him on Instagram. They exchanged numbers, discovered that they were in the same area. And so she took him to meet her family. And her grandfather knew his father through a mutual friend. She says how her father, who had been incarcerated the majority of her life, actually knew his father because his father was a warden at the prison where her father was at. She felt as though this was divine order, that this was supposed to happen, yada, yada, yada. I want to be very clear about one thing. Her decision to end this relationship is her decision to do, because this is her life, his life. And I would much rather you end a relationship before you get further down the line and you're wasting more time. However, this is part of the reason why dating today feels broken. Here's the issue. Leaving a relationship because you feel unhappy without understanding why you're unhappy doesn't create growth. It creates repetition. Sometimes people leave relationships not because something is wrong with the other person, but because something is unsettled within them. And if that internal discomfort isn't examined, it doesn't disappear when the relationship ends. It travels. What often happens next isn't growth, it's movement. New situations, new faces, new excitement, but the same unresolved patterns. Over time, that can look like serial dating, overlapping relationships, emotional fatigue, or the feeling that dating keeps getting harder instead of clearer. That's not punishment. That's what happens when self-reflection is postponed. Life keeps moving and unresolved issues accumulate. What we're seeing is men who for years have expressed how their best is not good enough. This is time, this is money, this is effort, this is emotional availability, intention, only to be met later on with, I'm conflicted, I need clarity, something feels off. So the issue isn't a woman leaving, but it's concerns not being communicated in real time, because this teaches men that consistency doesn't equal security. Women come on online all the time and they're saying, no, men aren't serious, they're wasting our time. But yet you see a man who is serious, and he, in my opinion, was moving appropriately. Again, she never said anything that he done. She said he was a good man. And yet he's met with a woman basically rejecting him, as he is, sounds like, making plans for their future. And women continue to go from man to man, chasing a feeling, clarity, or the next option. Outcomes start stacking, not as a punishment, but as a consequence. Your time is ticking away and it's getting away from you because you're getting older, not younger. And then you look up, decades will go by, and now you have, fewer options, right? And I'm talking about long-term options. I'm not talking about you can't get a man. I'm talking about quality options. They are dwindling. So now you have regret. Well, just because you can make your own choices and decisions, that doesn't keep you from having outcomes that you don't desire. What happens is that the good men will already be taken. And I'm not just talking about good men. I'm talking about good men who are also marriage minded, who are also relationship minded. Those men begin to dwindle because they are already in relationships, right? They get chose early on by other women who were serious. They didn't flake. They weren't just focused on their happiness. They understand that relationships come with a lot of reciprocity, and they stood in that with their man. No relationship is perfect, but at the end of all of this, this woman, Naya, had every right to leave him. She did not owe him marriage. However, when uncertainty gets reframed as empowerment without acknowledging the ripple effects, dating keeps paying the price. Clarity should come before commitment, not during it. And good options are not unlimited. So at what point does self-discovery become poor communication? Should engagement come after certainty, not while you're still searching for it? And if good men are being passed over early, should we really be shocked when they're no longer available later? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video, subscribe, hype the video as well, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.